Hello, everyone. Hi to all of you over there. And yes, welcome to today's session with me. Well, what are we going to learn about? Yes, in today's class, we are going to learn about something related to the solar system. I hope you all are ready to learn, right? Okay, but before we start our learning, let me tell you something very important where you can learn more of these interesting concepts, right? So you can learn it here in the ODA Class app, right? And where are you going to get this? You can download the ODA Class app from the Play Store. So let me tell you here, there is something waiting for you in the ODA Class. So first, when you register yourself, you will see the bridge course, which is starting on Monday. So what are the things you are going to get in this? It will be a complete 1 week course for all of you. That's right. You can register yourself for 1 week of interesting and amazing learning. In that, you will have 3 classes of mathematics and 3 science classes as well. Not only this, if you have any doubts after the class, what will you do? Here we are giving you after class support as well in the form of your personal teacher. So when you are there with us in the bridge course, you will be given a personal teacher who will make sure that you are not having any doubts in maths or in science even after the class. But not only this, you will be getting the homework where in the ODA app itself, and you can also take tests for yourself, right? So you will also know what's your progress. Along with that, you will be getting the study material also from our end. So what are you waiting for? You can download the app right now and check for your class, right? You can enroll now. There is the link given in the description. So use that link and complete your enrollment in the course right now. This is going to be started from Monday itself. And yes, before we start, who am I? You might be thinking about it. So my name is Zufa Shayan, and kids, you can see the details about me. I am the master teacher for science. I have more than 4 years of teaching experience. And in these 4 years of teaching experience, I got the opportunity to mentor more than 20,000 students. So I understand what are your problems and how you actually enjoy learning. So kids, let's start with today's learning. What are we going to talk about? A year on the nearby planets. That's right. We all know we are on planet Earth, right? I hope you all are on planet Earth. So we know that there are so many planets around us, right? We are surrounded by so many planets. So what's the year on the nearby planets? Do you know? Well, we are going to discuss all about this in the session right now. First of all, there is something which you can see, right? What's there? Oh, we have got the list of the different planets this side. And what's there on the other side? On the other side, we can see some specific details related to the planets. So, can we just try and solve this? Okay, I'll give you a minute. You can try and solve this. You can please tell me your answers also. Okay, so please try and solve this. Which one is going to be the largest one? Which one do you think will be the smallest planet, the hottest planet, the one with the ring, and the blue planet? Well, you can take your time and you can try to answer all of this. If you can, that's really good. But even if you're facing a little bit of problem, don't worry. By the end of this class, I'm going to give you the answer for this as well. So when we are talking about the things around us, I hope you can see this structure right in the middle, that shining bright yellow object, right? Can you identify what's that? Oh, that's a star, right? Yes, exactly. That's a star. And what's the name for this star? Well, let me tell you, that is the nearest star for us to reach. And the name of this star? Yes, that's right. You kids are right. Actually, it's the sun. And the sun has got its own family, right? Which we call as the solar system. So sun is actually surrounded by the different planets. Can you tell me the name of planets or the number of planets that we have in the solar system? Is it six? Is it seven? Is it eight? Or is it nine? You can give me your answer. You can tell me what's the answer for you. Okay, we will discuss about it. Here, let me ask you one question before we go ahead. Which star is the source of heat and light for all the planets? Whatever is the number for you right now, whether it is 6 for you, 7, 8, or 9, whatever is the number for you right now, which star is the source for heat and light for all the planets? Well, let me give you a hint. It is something we just saw a few seconds before. Yes, that's right, but let me tell you, you can see it here again. What's this? Can you identify what's this? Well, yes, it looks like the sun. It is the sun, right? Sun, which is the nearest star for us and the center of the solar system. So sun is actually the source of light and heat, not only for us, for all the planets. Do you think this light and heat, do you think that the light and heat which we are getting from the sun, do you think it's important for us? Do you think it's important for other living beings like plants? What about the animals? Do you think it's really important? Well, we all will definitely agree that yes, this energy that is released from the sun that reaches us, it is extremely important for all the life forms, right? So, with that in our mind, I am going to introduce you to the family of the sun, right? So, here you can see starting part, that's the sun. And then we have different planets, starting from Mercury. Mercury is the closest one to the sun. So you can see that it is based on the distance. The planets, the distance keep on increasing. The closest one is Mercury. At number 2, that's Venus. At number 3, that's Earth. And if you go ahead, you will see planet number 4, that's Mars. Go ahead, it's Jupiter. Again, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So if I ask you which one is closest to the sun, you will definitely say it's Mercury. That's good. But if I ask you which one is going to be the most farthest from the sun, what will be your answer? Definitely, you will see the distance. And according to the distance, the answer should be Neptune, right? So, kids, it's very important for us not only to remember that there are 8 planets in our solar system, but it's also very, very, very important for us to understand the names of all the planets and to remember them in the right order. We can't just randomly start from Jupiter and Saturn, right? We can't do that. So we need to remember the names of the planets from its sequence. So how will you do that? It's a bit difficult. Not after this. So I'm going to share a trick with you. Okay? What's this trick? This looks interesting, isn't it? My very educated mother, what is that? Just served us noodles, right? What is it? It sounds interesting. My very educated mother just served us noodles. Now, see the first letter of all these words. M. It starts from M here in my. So M is for planet Mercury, right? Second one, very. It starts from the letter V. So V stands for Venus. Come to the third one. Yes, that's our planet, of course. Educated. The first letter, that's E. It belongs to planet Earth. In that same way, you can see for others also. M is for planet Mars. Then coming here, just is for planet Jupiter. S is for planet Saturn. And the last two, U is for Uranus and N for Neptune. So these are few mnemonics and tricks which you can also go through and you will never forget all these important details. My very educated mother just served us noodles. Okay? I hope this was helpful for all of you. So here, let me ask you a question. Yes, in the daytime, we all know where sun is. But what about the nighttime? Is the sun present in the night sky too? This is my question for all of you. So you can please try and answer this question. What do you say? Do you think that the sun is present even during the night time? Or is there a specific place where the sun is going to hide and maybe sleep? So let's try to answer this. Okay, I'm going to give you some time. You can think and you can answer. Very good. I am getting the correct answers from most of you. Wonderful. So let me tell you one thing. Sun is where it is. Sun is present there in the sky. It's not going to go somewhere else during the night time, right? But what happens? We are moving. I'll tell you how we are moving, right? So I hope you all can identify what's this. Yes, that's right. It's planet Earth. That's our own very planet. Okay, so what is happening to our very home? We can see that it's moving, right? It's moving. But there is something specific about this movement. It's just moving on its own axis. Now, this is super important, right? Moving on its own axis. Now, this movement which the Earth is doing, that causes day and night for us. I have still not given the name for this movement. Let me tell you what that is. This is called rotation. Another important term for all of you whenever you are learning about the planets. So, rotation, you can see the Earth is moving on its own axis, right? So, here, these are few important things for all of us to remember. The circular movement, the circular movement of the planet in its own axis. So, we have to remember two things: circular movement, second thing, moving on its own axis. So this is rotation. And what happens when the Earth is doing rotation? It causes day and night. So yes, of course, the day and night that we experience, this is because of this specific movement. Not only the Earth is rotating, but there is one more movement, and that is called revolution. So what's that revolution all about? It is the circular movement of the planet, but around another object, and this movement will happen around the sun. Okay, for rotation the Earth is moving on its own axis. It doesn't require another object, but for revolution we need another object, right? And here it's the sun. So Earth is moving round and round the sun, and that is revolution. So we can see it happening here, isn't it? So what is the Earth doing? Earth is moving around the sun, and so will all the other planets. So this movement is revolution. What will happen with this kind of movement? Well, it will cause us the different seasons that we experience. Okay. So on that note, let us experience and let us talk about the different nearby planets, and let us understand how long do they take to complete that one round around the sun. Okay, so let's start with the first planet, that is planet Mercury. So my dear kids, planet Mercury, that is the smallest planet of our solar system, as you must have observed before also, and it takes around 88 days to complete one revolution around the sun. Now, what is the meaning of this? It means that a year on this planet is of 88 days. Okay, I hope I am clear to you. Because the position from where we start, and then again we have to come to that position, that will be counted as a year. So it takes Mercury 88 days to again come back on that same position. But it is only about the first planet, right? We are going to talk about planet number 2 as well, and let's compare. So here, planet number 1, which was the smallest planet, of course. Second one is the hottest of them all, and this planet is going to take around 225 days. That's right, it will take 225 days to complete one revolution around the Earth. That exactly means that it is going to take 225 days. A year on this planet will be equal to 225 days. So you can see a direct comparison between the first and the second planet. I hope you all know, right, which planet is coming next. That's right, you all guessed it right. That's our very own planet, planet Earth, or often called as the blue planet, right? So we are going to talk about this blue planet as well. Here you can see the blue planet where we live on, of course, which is going through both the moments, rotation as well as revolution. And yes, the year on planet Earth, that's around 365 days. So a year for us is around 365 days. But we are not the only ones, isn't it? Here, when we are talking about rotation, it is going to give us two important things, the day and the night, which we experience, which we enjoy, right? But the second moment, that is revolution. I'm going to talk about that, but first, let us understand what rotation is all about. So, here it's the sun and the sun rays falling on planet Earth. So, you can see the part of the Earth that is receiving the rays from the sun, this is having day. While on the other hand, right, you can see the second half of the Earth that's not receiving the light of the sun. So, this part of the Earth is experiencing nighttime, right? So because of Earth's rotation, we experience day and night. And as I was telling you about the second type of movement, that is revolution. So what's happening in here? Why can we see this four Earths placed at different positions? Let me tell you. First, let's concentrate over here in the center. What's that? Pretty easy, right? That's the sun. Very good. Now here we are taking Earth's position at different times. So here, if it's starting from here, it is going to go here, then come here, and then again here, right? So it is this circular movement which is going to happen. You can probably see the elliptical movement that is going to happen around the sun. So this is revolution, and this is going to give us the different seasons at different times of the year, right? So I know now this is becoming easy for you, and now you can relate things yourself. Very good. So we talked about Earth, and now what comes next? Which planet is it? Oh, it looks red in color, right? So can you give me the name of this planet? That's right. Very good. That's planet Mars. Of course, the red planet of our solar system, and it takes around 1.8 years to complete one revolution around the sun. So you can clearly see the difference in the time taken by all the planets to complete that one revolution. All of these planets, they are moving in their own orbits around the sun. So moving on, what's very specific about this planet? Yes, there can be multiple things, but when it comes to the size of this planet, it is the largest of them all, just opposite to Mercury because it's the smallest one, and it takes around 12 years. So Jupiter is taking the largest planet on a solar system. It's taking around 12 years to complete one revolution around the sun. Not only do we have Jupiter, which is the next one. Well, let me tell you, this next one is having a ring around it. So I hope you can try and give it a guess. The name of this planet. You can also try the mnemonic or the trick which we learned, right, some time ago. So you can give me the name of this planet. Okay, so yes, of course, the planet with the ring, that's Saturn. And you can see the contrast. It is taking around 29 years to complete that one revolution around the sun. And there's one thing very specific about this planet. Of course, you can see that's the ring. That ring of this planet Saturn is specifically made of ice and rock. Something very important for all of you to remember. Okay, now moving on, we will see the next planet, that's Uranus. Okay, is there anything really interesting about it? Yes, because it is the coldest of them all. So it is in contrast with planet number two, that's Venus, because it's the hottest one. So this planet Uranus is the coldest planet of the solar system, and this takes 84 years to complete one revolution. I hope you are paying attention to the number of days or years one planet is taking to complete that one round. It changes with every single planet. Which one's the last one? Oh yes, that's Neptune, right? So can you give it a guess? Can you tell me how long will this last planet Neptune take to complete that one round? Try to give it a guess. Okay, so you have the answer. And it takes around 165 years to complete one revolution around the sun. Now, this is something interesting. All the planets that we have got, right? Starting from Mercury, be it Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, or Neptune, every one of them, they take their own time because each one of them, they are moving in their fixed orbits around the sun. So all these are very interesting things which are happening around us. But who are these people who go up there in the space, right? Wearing the space suits, of course. What do you call them? You call them as the astronauts. So astronauts are people who travel in space. I think many of us also want to become one, right? So let me tell you, I asked this to you in the beginning, and now I'm going to ask you this again because many of you could not answer at that time. So please tell me now, do we all have the answer for this? Okay, let's go one by one. We'll start with Venus. Can you tell me, Venus, you're going to match with which characteristic, which feature? So, yes, that's right. Venus is the hottest planet. That's right. What about Jupiter? Oh, we learned it recently, right? So we are going to match it with, it's the largest planet, of course. What about our home? What about planet Earth? Oh, that's right. Planet Earth is the blue planet, right? Of course, that's right. What about the Mercury? The one we started with. So Mercury will be the smallest planet. That's right, very good. And we have the last one, Saturn. Well, this planet is having its identical rings. So yes, it is going to be matched with the ringed planet. I hope you got the answer for all these things. So I hope it was interesting for all of you. And if you want to learn more of these interesting facts about the things up in the sky, about many other things, right, which you need to learn. So there is a place where you can come. You can come here in ODA class. And yes, of course, we have a course for you all that is starting from Monday. The duration of this course will be for one complete week. So it is going to start from Monday and it will be there with you till Saturday. So one complete week, you are going to enjoy learning. But learn what? You're going to learn both maths and science. So you will be getting 3 classes of mathematics and 3 science class where you can participate in the class itself and you can answer live quiz questions as well. Along with that, you may develop some doubt after the class is over. So what are you going to do? You can contact your personal teacher. A personal teacher will be assigned to you. So you can contact your personal teacher. You can ask whatever doubt you have and you can clear them up. But not only that, after the class, you will be getting all these things, right? You can solve the homework, which you will get in the ODA app itself. You can take the test for yourself and you can understand how much of it you have grasped. And along with that, you will be getting the study material too. So which will have different types of different levels of questions which you can practice. So to enroll now, you have the link in the description. Click on that link right now. And when you click on that link, it is going to take you for your enrollment option. You can download the app and you can check for your class and complete your enrollment because the classes is starting from Monday itself. Okay. Along with that, let me tell you, here in ODA class, when you are learning something, along with learning, you will also be rewarded for your learning. How that works? Let me tell you. So here, when you are going to complete your enrollment, you will see this page, right? In the ODA app. What's this? It's ODA Mall. So in this ODA Mall, you have different gifts, isn't it? So when you will get the coins in the class, you can collect all those coins and you can exchange your coins for any gift that you want for yourself from this ODA Mall. Isn't it interesting? Because not only you will learn lots of new things, but along with that, you can gift yourself few amazing things. So for that, you need to check the description and click on it and complete your enrollment. Okay. So yes, of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. It's been a